Let's have a fragrance battle between two fragrances. One is the original fragrance and the other one is the inspiration of that original fragrance. Two reviews in one video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Intellectual Sense. My name is Divjot. Now in today's topic we're going to talk about two fragrances. One fragrance is called Xerjoff Luxor and other one is Ministry of Food Thailand Oud in Cairo. Now Xerjoff Luxor is inspired by a city in Egypt called Luxor. And in last few months I've been reading a lot on Egyptian civilization. And if you look into Egyptian civilization, Luxor was a city. It used to be called Thebes. It was a city which was a holy city. It was a city where they had a lot of temples, and in those temples all the pharaohs used to get crowned. So it has that kind of importance. And if you look into the note structure of Xerjoff Luxor, you will see notes which are very true to that time. Egyptians were the first people who were using perfume, at least recorded history. They were using cinnamon, they were using cardamom, they were using incense, they were using myrrh. So all these notes have been utilized in Luxor. And all these notes are very heavy notes. So let's see if this blend is a wearable blend or not. Because sometimes if the notes are that heavy, the blend can be very unwearable in my opinion. And obviously then we are talking about Thailand Oud in Cairo, which was released in this year, and it's an inspiration of Luxor. And it's about 1/10 the price of the original fragrance. So let's start with the presentation first and then we'll go into the review. So let's start with the presentation of Xerjoff Luxor. Now if you look at it, it has got an outer casing where it has Oud Stars Luxor written. It comes only in 50 ml and the price is about €295. Now as soon as you open up this case, there is an inner case where it's brown. I think it's crocodile leather. There's a Xerjoff written on it, and let's open up that box. And that box is pretty beautiful box, I must say, very sophisticated. And if you open it up, there is a third box inside it, and it's beautiful box. I will say the colors are beautiful. The gold on top of it looks amazing. And as you open it up, you see the beautiful gold bottle. Now this particular bottle has been given a gold coloring. I think this is the only Xerjoff I know has a gold casing, because for Egyptians gold was quite important. So that's the reason I think they have given this gold casing. The cap is fantastic. It's inspired by the pharaohs. The only drawback I will say is the cap is not magnetic. I prefer it has a magnetic cap. Other than that, this presentation is just mind-blowing. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Now let's start with the presentation of Ministry of Food Thailand Oud in Cairo by I think this is a branch of Paris Corner. Now the box is a blue gold box. There are some hieroglyphs which are written, which was the Egyptian language. Very good touch in my opinion. As soon as you open it up, you see the bottle. Now the bottle is a standard bottle, I will say. Only thing is the sticker which changes, but it's a very good bottle in my opinion. It has Ministry of Oud written on top of the cap. Very good bottle, good sprayer, I will say. It is good. It's good for the price. It's not nothing compared to the original, but it does the job. For $20, I think that's as good as it gets. Now let's start with the review of the perfume. Now as soon as you spray Luxor, what you smell is bit of cardamom and cinnamon enveloped by incense and I will say some tobacco notes in it. It's kind of gives you a feeling that it's a morning where a day the pharaoh is going to get crowned. It's in the morning, you're getting ready, and it gives you that kind of feeling. Now if you look into the clone, the Ministry of Oud, it captures that scent profile, I will say 70 to 80%. What is missing from the clone is that it does not have the cinnamon and the cardamom in it. I see mostly the incense and the tobacco note which I was able to smell. Now this lasts for about 15 minutes, I will say. Now after the 15-minute mark, the cinnamon and the cardamom are totally gone from Luxor, and it's been taken over by the oudi and the woody notes. It's a bit like the pharaoh has entered the temple, and it's become more holy, and everyone knows something special is going to happen. So that's how it smells like. Now in the clone version also you see the entry of oudi and the woody notes, but they are not natural. In Luxor, the oudi and the woody notes, especially the oud, is totally natural. And if you have followed this channel, you know that I love my ouds and I know my ouds. There is a Thailand and Cambodian oud in Luxor. In the clone, obviously they cannot afford the natural oud, so there is some synthetic compound which has been used. Now this lasts for about 2 to 3 hours, I will say, and after that you see the entry in the original. In Luxor you see the entry of patchouli, beautiful patchouli, which kind of gives a very good feeling to the whole perfume. It's a bit like the pharaoh has been crowned now. Everyone is very happy that the day has gone very well, and there is some relaxation in the atmosphere. But in the clone, I don't smell any patchouli. It's same oudi woody, some tobacco notes which are there in the clone. So that's the difference between both the perfume. Now, in terms of the longevity of the whole perfume, Thailand Oud in Cairo lasts for about 7 hours. Luxor lasts close to 9 hours in my testing. And the weather needs to be a bit cold. For you to enjoy this fragrance, you require fall and winter weather. There needs to be some coolness. You cannot wear it with the heat, in my opinion. And also, to enjoy Luxor, you need to have a palette for oudi and woody notes. If you don't have that palette, if you have not been exposed to that kind of notes, then you will definitely not like this particular perfume, in my opinion. And also, in my opinion, Luxor is kind of a man's man fragrance, alpha male fragrance. If you are, this needs to be worn on a special occasion. You cannot just casually wear this particular fragrance. It needs to be a special occasion, like you're going to a church, a temple, some wedding is happening, or some friends are getting together and you want to be that alpha male. That's where you wear Luxor, in my opinion. Now, in terms of clone, in my opinion, it is only about 50% close to the original. But considering the price of it, of $20, I feel that it's very commendable that they were able to capture 50% of the original. And Luxor is not an easy blend. It's not an easy blend to copy. So they have done pretty well, in my opinion. So my recommendation will be, if you want to get the original experience and you have a palette for oud, then go with Luxor. Obviously the cost of it is close to 20,000 rupees, so it's very expensive fragrance, so it's not for everyone. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money, you can spend 1/10 the money, less than 2,000 rupees. You can have Thailand Oud in Cairo. So guys, this is my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, then please look to subscribe to my channel and stay safe. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Cheers.